Hi everyone, welcome to Awaken Spirit Wisdom. This is a new moon activation reading for the super new moon in Virgo around the 17th of September, depending on where you live. I have got a crackling candle on, so it may sound like there's something wrong with the sound, but it's actually the candle. So anyway, I'm just going to get straight into the reading and see what Spirit would like to bring forward for the month. For this month, so it's from this new moon to the next new moon, which the next new one will be Libra new moon. So bear in mind this is an energy reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is a collective reading and it's a general reading. Also bear in mind that energy is fluid, so this may play out over the month. So I'm doing activation because new moons are generally really powerful starting point. So we have the Solar Plexus coming through. I'm going to pull one more. I normally only do one, so I'm just going to see what else wants to come through from Spirit. That's far too many cards, so just one for one. Just one piece, Spirit. That's so funny. Okay, so we have Solar Plexus healing by the looks of things coming through for this Virgo new moon. I'm going to get all the cards out and then I will read from there. There you go. Now, if I can find them, I'll read them. But don't know where they've got to. Bear with me a minute. Oh, it's going to be one of those months. Right, where was I shuffling? It's just not enough space on my table. Right, universe, can keep them on the table, please? Thank you. I think we've got all the cards we're going to use. Let's see. Yes, more than enough. Obviously Spirit have a lot to say for this activation, so you have to bear with me. A lot of cards. Don't know if I can get them all in the screen. So, right. Bear with me a minute. So we have two aces coming up, so we've got two ones, two new beginnings. We have 61 and 16 mirroring each other, so those numbers are mirroring each other. I'll get into the reading in a minute. So we have 6, 7, 8 as a progression of numbers. Right. So lots of different messages coming through for this activation. So anyway, we'll just get on with the reading. I'll start with the solar plexus. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. So you may find over the next month, from this new moon, Virgo new moon, super new moon, to the Libra new moon next month, that your solar plexus is having a lot of clearing, activation, and healing coming through for you. Now this may involve your sense of self changing as well. This may be activating your personal power. This may also be activating your intuitive center. It's not mentioned in here. So you may be getting quite a lot of information through the solar plexus. The solar plexus chakra is one of the chakras where we get a lot of information, and it's also to do with right time, right place, right action. So there may be a lot of different areas coming into awareness for healing or being activated as a result of the solar plexus chakra activation. So if you want, you can pause the video. And it's not very good light in here, I'm sorry. Anyway, if you ask Spirit to help you receive the full activation as it actually is, then they will do so. I'm kind of in between a lot of building work that's not mine opposite my windows during the day, and there's a lot of banging and uplifting of everything, so it's not really the right time for me to do the readings during that noise, so I'm doing it later on, and the light isn't that great, so just bear with me a minute. So we also have activation for healing. Now I feel that it's healing activation to the solar plexus, and also it can be the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So I mentioned that solar plexus is one of the chakra centers where you receive a hell of a lot of information. It's got to do with your personal power. There's other people's stuff coming in. It's about discernment. It's about using your personal power and will correctly and not abusing your power. And it's gone out my head with the other things before. Sorry, it's probably I've just gone, right, that's enough. So I do feel that there is healing, also a healing activation to the solar plexus. So I'm going to hold the healing card up for you. So I feel that this is really powerful because it is coming through with the Virgo new moon. And the Virgo new moon is also very much to do with health and well-being, and maybe a bit of wealth in there too. So as the solar plexus chakra starts to activate or heal, so it depends on where you are on your journey and what's going to come forward for you. It may be a combination of both activation and healing. You may need healing before the activation takes place, but there is also going to be a lot of healing to the heart chakra as well. There's a lot of green coming through. The Spirit is showing me that as the wand shifts, that there may be some emotional healing that's coming forward as a result of the clearing or activation. So like I said, there's a lot of information coming through. There's two different threads that are coming through the reading. One is an emotional cleansing and clearing, which is going to lead to happiness. So we've got water coming through quite a lot in the reading. So we've got Ace of Water, we've got the Water card, and the Ten of Water. So I do feel that once you have this activation and the heart chakra starts to have healing or activation as well, there is going to be a shift in your emotional body that allows for a brand new beginning to come forward. Now this may be to do with a relationship, it may also to do with a rebirth of your emotional energy. So some of you may be recharging. I do feel that this is going to bring you a sense of fulfillment. So whatever is occurring for you as a result of this healing and activation, it is bringing you in alignment with a brand new beginning. Now it may be a creative project, it may be to do with your intuition, because there's a lot of water, and this is very much connected in with your intuition and your personal power as well as your sense of self. So I do feel that between the two of these, listening to your intuition and having activation and healing, that things are going to clear, so you do have greater sense of happiness within. I do feel that there is a sense of contentment. There may also be a stronger connection to spirit, so that may be passed on loved ones. It may be your spirit guides or your spirit family on the other side. So that's what's coming through strongly for some of you. That goes there. Then for others of you, I feel that the solar plexus clearing, healing and activation is allowing for you to bring some more joy and sweetness into your life. I feel that for some of you, life's kind of got a bit heavy, but burdensome, a bit boring. It's all kind of become a little bit lopsided. I feel that for some of you are really putting a lot of energy into a specific project, and it's draining you because you've kind of lost the joy in what it was you were originally going after. I do feel that as a result of the solar plexus activation and healing, that you are going to come into some kind of awareness or information about your path that you're currently on, and you're going to see what's going to come through are more options, more information about a different way that you can't get my words out, a different way that you can maybe achieve your goal, which will bring you more in alignment with your feeling of success and freedom over the next lunar cycle and into the Aries full moon, which will be happening at the beginning of October. I do feel that there is information coming through from Spirit that may be to do with a project, may be to do with creative energy, may be to do with new ideas, inspiration. It may also be to do with study, or it may actually have to do with your intuition giving you some sense of guidance or options as to what is available for you going forward, which you will feel more energized and vitalized about reconnecting in with your projects. So now I'm drawn to the witness card, and I do feel for some of you that once your solar plexus balances out and is activated, there is also going to be some activation to your third eye, so that both these energies are going to feel more in alignment with each other. So when you're not able to see what's coming up next, you'll have a sense of knowing of what is on the horizon if you are more in tune to listen to your intuition. I do feel that people are also going to start to see what it is that you are offering. So people are kind of looking to you to gain some kind of understanding or wisdom in terms of how you are balancing your energy, your knowing, what it is you're contributing to the world in a balanced, honest, healthy way. Some people are looking towards you for healing as well, so maybe some of you that are coming to the reading are healers. So you may be finding that you are witnessing a lot of transformation for the clients that are coming forward for you as a result of the healing work that you are doing for them. So there's again a whole lot of different messages coming through. And I'm drawn to the Ace of Water and the Tower, and then the Water card, because these are sitting like this. So I feel that there is a balancing of your emotional energy and also your intuitive energy. So this again is tying in with the solar plexus activation. Now it may be that something that you wanted to get started originally has a little bit of a tower moment, and then you kind of go, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore. Or you may be feeling like something's coming in that's caused a bit of a setback for you, but I do feel that whatever is coming forward for you is meant for you. It's a brand new start. This tower moment is just part of the solar plexus and healing that's coming through, activation to clear anything that's no longer supporting you, that's blocking you, and maybe your sense of self-worth, your belief systems, because we do hold a lot of that in our solar plexus as well. It may be to do with a whole lot of different things. So it is important for you to check into what it is you really desire, and also your intuition. Double check that this is the right thing at the right time. Double check that this is really what you want. Allow whatever needs to shift to be cleared. I don't feel that it's negative, and I don't feel it's a negative tower moment. I do feel, because if you look at this picture, the tower isn't falling down, nobody's falling off the tower. It's very much stable, grounded energy. So I do feel that whatever's coming to be released, if you are going through the healing, it's just going to give you a deeper sense of connection to yourself and your intuition and your true heart's desires. So you will be able to go after those dreams that you are wanting to achieve. You will feel a sense of inner connection and a sense of self-belief and a sense of empowerment within your newfound activation in your heart and solar plexus. That sounds weird, but trust me, it's there, it's going to happen. And I'm also drawn to the Ace of Air. So like I said, you've got two aces coming forward. It's interesting because they're both sort of looking at each other. One is very much, holding this magical pearl in the midst of water, and the other one is the unicorn kind of flying out the clouds and going, yes, we've got this. So I do feel that Spirit are supporting you with whatever this is for you. And it could be something big, it could be something small, it could be something really personal, it could be a relationship, it could be a work project, or it could be a birth of a brand new idea. It could be you changing your perception as well, because as your solar plexus changes and activates, your third eye will start to activate and open up as well. So you may be getting new information and perspective on something that you may have already started, or that you are wanting to get started, and it will take off, it will lift off the ground. Do you feel that there is a lot of support around this for you? Because we've got a lot of magical energy coming forward. And again, there's reference to the full moon. So there's something about the full moon that's going to come forward in Aries full moon that I feel there's so many moons, and this is supposed to be a new moon reading, but there's so much reference to the full moon. So this may take 1.5 months cycle. So it may be up until the next full moon, which is a couple of weeks, which will be the Aries full moon. Then we go into excuse me, we go into the Libra new moon. And then after that, we go into the Taurus full moon. So it may be that this is, I think it's Taurus, I might be absolutely wrong, I might have got my wires crossed, I think I've lost the plot, but anyway, sometime towards the end of October, beginning of November, where this actually starts to manifest and take form. So where you may start to feel like your spark is starting to come back. Now I have done a Mars retrograde reading, and through that reading there was a lot of reference towards maybe the passion and spark and drive is kind over the next month or two is just going to kind of be a bit hit and miss, or you're going to feel it and then you're not. So it may be that as that Mars retrograde starts to go stationary, then all this energy is going to start flying in. And it did happen in that reading that things are going to be a bit yes but no but, and energy levels are going to be like this, and motivation levels are going to be different for everybody. But at the end of the cycle, there seems to be this rush of energy that's just going to get things moving in such unexpected ways, and that you're going to feel rejuvenated and inspired to just get on with it. So I do feel that for some reason the Mars retrograde reading and the new moon reading and possibly the future full moon readings are kind of all interlinked with the energy that's playing out over the next couple of months. So you may want to just take what resonates with you from this reading, stick it somewhere, and then obviously the other readings may put some of the pieces of the puzzle together. I feel like the Spirit are giving you bits and pieces in different ways for each of you that are coming forward. So this reading maybe isn't going to resonate with you all the way through, but there's bits and pieces of the puzzle that are going to start to come together, and Spirit are giving it to you in this way because you need time to digest it, you need time to reflect, you need time to do your research, you need time to go in and listen to your intuition, you need time to see what your options are, you need time for this healing activation or activation to come forward. In that, there's a lot of clearing of stuff that is no longer needed in your path, or on your path at the moment. So that needs to kind of shift so this new energy can start to come in, or the pieces of the puzzles can start to come in, so you can start to see your way forward with where it is that you are going to be heading. Now again, this could be on all sorts of levels. It could be personal, spiritual, it could be relationship, work, it could be materialistic, it could be all sorts of things. So take it as what it means for you. You know, put the rest in the bin somewhere if it doesn't resonate. Whatever is made sense for you, stick it somewhere, write it down, and then the pieces of the puzzle are going to start to come together for you. I don't know why that's so like at the end of the reading, Spirit's like, yeah, well, of course we weren't going to give you all the information. I'm like, gee, thanks, guys. They're like, no, it's all about the pieces of the puzzle. I'm like, well, you should have told me that in the beginning. But anyway, obviously, if they told me that in the beginning, I would have probably put my stuff in the way of the reading. So I'm going to leave it there. I wish you all the best of luck. Do leave a comment. Let me know how these energies are playing out for you. Like I said, it may take a month or two before things really start to make sense. It may only be towards the end of November when you look back and you remember something about all these bits and pieces in different readings that I've done that actually all come together. You go, oh my goodness, that's what that was all about. So I do feel that it will make sense to you at some point, maybe not straight away. So be patient with me, be patient with Spirit, and also obviously be patient with yourself. I wish you all the best of luck. Take care. Love, light and blessings.